ladies and gentlemen, we are the Subletts. Missouri, Texas. Yeah. You love me, you believe in me, you cherish me. Holding on.
Hey y'all, can y'all hear us? We know it's a little pixelated. Can y'all hear us? Trying to check and see if we have
Hi, everybody.
internet connection issues.
The weather isn't the greatest.
But at least y'all can read what we're saying. So we do have subtitles. Oh, look, I can read it.
Yeah, some places, not all places, have subtitles on.
Oh,
And it only has subtitles because you have your volume on.
oh. Well, turn your volume all the way down, folks.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, okay. This is the week we're having. But that's cool too.
This is definitely the week we're having.
Wow.
Is the internet really?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Welcome. Weekly highlight. And this is not sponsored by Coca-Cola. We are glad that y'all are here. Welcome to Meet the Subletts. Basically,
I wonder if I can switch to our phone.
we're gonna see if she can switch to her phone to try to get better coverage. But while she does that, tonight was where we discuss a women's perspective.
What?
In regard to this week, we're talking about pursuing dreams. Joining us a little later is Brittney Jones, owner of We Grow and We Glow LLC. Brittney has a skincare line, so I'm excited to hear what she has to say. And hair care. I really like skincare lines because I definitely have skin issues, and I do not have a good skin regimen. I definitely need one, but I'm always hopeful to hear what other people have to say about their products. So I'm excited to meet Brittney later on. Now, we will kick off the show with a recap from last week and follow up with our weekly highlights, the weekly giveaway, and a chat with Brittney, and wrap up the show with what's to come. So let's get going. All right, so my weekly highlight is, if you go to my TikTok, which is Candace Sublett, I definitely have a kind of a considerable amount of videos, watches, views in the last week and a half to 2 weeks. I'm actually grateful for that.
It's me. Keep talking.
Oh, okay,
I'm gonna get it together.
So my views actually on one of the videos talking about Brittney Griner is got to about 10,500 views, and then this one actually, we're gonna do a two tone, 2 ways.
I don't know about 2 ways.
We're gonna figure this out. We're sideways though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. But as well, my video that I posted yesterday was actually super dope. I was actually filming myself because I put my jeans on, I slid them on, and when I tell y'all I slid them things on, and I didn't have to wig. It was definitely some dope stuff.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Can y'all still hear me?
They should be able to hear you now.
Okay, well, hit the comments if you can hear me, y'all. Hit the comments. We having some technical difficulties, so my is innovative this technology, and I love it.
Actually, I'm really.
That's what innovation is. It's constant change. So we're excited. Like I said, that video. Like I said, I was really feeling myself. I'm feeling like I'm very unhealthy right now, just because when you don't have health insurance, then you can't always get to the doctor. You can't always take care of the things that you need to take care of, health wise. So that's kind of what I'm waiting on. But Thundercat says she can hear us. Thank you very much. But y'all, when I put them jeans on yesterday morning, I wanted to shout for joy. And I couldn't tell nobody because everybody was still asleep because it was old dark 30. And I'm telling y'all, they went just like this. I was like, over the booty, as Phoenix calls it, my wagon. Over my wagon. Oh, I need to look over here. No.
Yeah, look over here to the people.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, my jeans slid over my wagon, y'all. Now the belly, I still was, still working on that a little bit, but it definitely went over that wagon. So I was feeling real good yesterday, and I did this TikTok. Didn't realize in the back my boss was sitting there working on some stuff, and I was like, ooh, that's why I turned around and looked like that, like, ooh, let me get this before I get in trouble. So yeah, that was my weekly highlight. So I am at 35.5K right now.
All because of the ass, y'all.
Man, that was and the crop top, and there was some mean reviews or whatever on there. And you know what's so funny? And I don't care telling the world. So, and I couldn't believe I was really feeling myself because I was PMSing at the same time. So I was super bloated, and and it looked like they were like, "Can I breathe?" No, I really couldn't breathe because I just felt overweight and bloated. But I'm telling y'all, them James, they did something for your girl's self-esteem yesterday. I'm so grateful. So yeah, that's my weekly highlight.
This is so weird. Okay.
I know.
My bad, y'all. My thumb was over the camera.
I know, right?
My weekly highlight, I guess, still is the progression of the MTS network. I've been doing a lot of work and research to really grow this brand, and it's super astonishing the things that I'm coming across as I am doing research for this and trying to figure it out and trying to progress and what to do next. And just some of the things I did a live actually on Instagram earlier about how I was doing research this morning, and I went down a rabbit hole at like 3 o'clock this morning. Just researching like different networks and different TV channels and things like that are supposed to be geared towards women. And it was just amazing to me that none of them are owned by women. Mm-hmm. None of them are created by women. So that it makes it interesting to me because how are you creating things for women and you're not a woman?
Right.
How do you know what we want and you're not a woman? How do we utilize these?
Cosmopolitan, that was one of them, wasn't
Yes, Cosmopolitan magazine is created and owned by a man. It's interesting to me. All of these spaces and different platforms that we use, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, they're all owned by men. But we dominate majority of the space. Like, how does that work? It baffles my mind that there is no space that's created by women for women. So really getting into what the MTS network is about, it is geared towards women. It is created by women. It is for women. It is to promote women and to highlight women. Does that mean that we do not like men? No, that's not what that means. Not at all. But we're creating something for us, by us. So that's my highlight, is just getting to continue growing this brand and learning new things about it. But I do have a shout out to give, because as my wife actually posted that we will be frying chicken and fish at an event coming up. I want to give a shout out to these gentlemen, Rare Breed, because I read the email that they sent. First of all, it was super formal. And like it had all of the information in there. And out of all of the events that we have vended at in the last year, never have we gotten an email like this.
Especially from a motorcycle club. And I haven't even read the email yet.
Right. So. And I read it and I'm like, okay. So I really want to say that I appreciate the fact that they are really about the growth of others. Yes. And they're not about the growth of themselves. We ran into a situation previously where we were told this year
we were abandoned bars from their event. Well, I was, because the person wanted to come and have an attitude. You want to let me finish
giving my shout out, or you want to talk?
No. Okay. Just had to throw it out there, y'all. My bad.
We ran into a situation where we were told that we could not utilize the crowd of, we'll say, another party to further our agenda or grow our brand or meet people or whatever. And that really just rubbed me the wrong way, because how do you expect to grow by yourself?
As an organization, yeah.
And if you've created this platform for yourself, for this organization, for whatever the case may be, how do you expect to keep people? And how do you expect to continue to grow it if you don't allow others to come in and promote and grow as well? Because as you're growing, we're going to grow. And as we grow, so will you. Yeah. So to have someone say that we can't use we can't use their platform for our agenda or whatever, and not to say that we just really have an agenda or anything like that, but to say that other people can't grow in your space, I have a problem with that. So in this email that they sent, it said that they wanted, business owners to really be able to grow and put themselves out there. So I really wanted to give a shout out to Rare Breed, because that's freaking awesome. Yes. And I really appreciate that. So
Rare Breed in Dallas.
Yes, Rare Breed in Dallas. Excuse me, because not everyone knows where we're from. So anyway, now off that little soapbox.
That's dope. I didn't know that. I haven't read my emails today.
Yeah, I read the email last night when he sent it. So.
Okay, I'm really late then. Oh,
so last week's giveaway, actually, we had Shantanae Johnson on here.
Blue Icy.
Yes, and she is giving away Sugar Scrub. And so I actually have another fancy little video to pick the winner. So let's see if I can get this to work. Maybe not. Lord have mercy.
That's our technical difficulty.
It's the weather and the internet and everything. Here we go.
Good job.
Congratulations. And I'm not going to mispronounce your name, but I definitely know who you are on Facebook. We met in a networking group, actually. So I will definitely be reaching out to you and giving you your certificate so that you can get your sugar scrubs from Blue Ice.
Oh, yes.
So congratulations. And that brings us to this week's giveaway.
Yes, what is this week's giveaway?
This week's giveaway is actually from Brittney. She is the owner of We Grow and We Glow LLC. And I actually highlighted her business last year with some products that I had got from her. And I really love her products. So I'm glad to actually be bringing her on the show this week. Okay. She actually hit me up a couple of weeks ago and asked me if I would try out some new products that she has. So I'm looking forward to that. But this week she will be giving away 2 items.
Okay.
She will be giving away a skincare product and a hair care product. So I don't know exactly what they are. She can tell us about that a little bit later when she comes on the show. But if you would be interested in winning those, you must join our Facebook group, the MTS Network. So that is how you get into the giveaway for this week.
Okay. Well, good luck for everybody. Be sure, like she said, join the Facebook group, and congratulations to our winner. I didn't even get to see the name. And she's
I
not
haven't.
and I appreciate that.
Because I hate when people butcher my name, so I'm not even going to attempt. And it's funny because I actually misspelled Brittany's name on the flyer this week, and I looked before I put it on there, and I swore I only saw one T. And you would think that I would know this because we went to school together.
Yeah.
But when she said it, I was like, oh no, I didn't mean to misspell your name. So I had to go and redo the intro for the show and correct her name because I'm like, I would hate if somebody just left my name misspelled. Right. So let me at least try to get that together. So.
Okay. Well, last week's topic was discrimination as women. That's one of the things that I'm really been, paying attention to lately. Especially in the workplace, I guess. Excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to hold in the Coca-Cola.
I was trying not to make the face, but that definitely smelled like beef jerky.
Oh, it did?
Yes.
My mom got me some Taco Bell because she had a sugar attack. The blood sugar done dropped on the highway, y'all.
Because all she be eating is cereal and bananas in the morning, like that's supposed to hold somebody over.
Right, because she only eats like once, maybe twice a day, and she has diabetes. But we talked about discrimination as women. One of the things that I'm really paying attention to is in the workplace, not necessarily in the workplace, but when it comes to our pay. So that's become a major issue for me. And I thought about this actually yesterday morning, right when I was feeling good about my little jeans and my video, or the video I was gonna make when I got to work. I realized on my morning ride, the reason why it's such a big deal now is because initially, of course, I was always, dealing with guys married to a man. Like at some point, his pay would take care of most of what we needed, and mine was a support. But now that our pay, we're both women, like now our quality of life is going to be less. So that's really a big deal for me. And now I understand why it was a really big deal for a lot of LGBTQIA plus women, because, unless they're, highly educated with decent jobs, they're still getting paid 60 to 80 cents on a dollar in comparison to men. It just doesn't matter. So I'm glad we talked about, discrimination as women, but one of the things, like I said, is more so the equal pay. This week's topic is pursuing your dreams. And it's so funny that we are talking about this topic because last week, maybe the week before, I had talked to my colleague at this new job, and I realized she just wants to be inspired, just wants to be encouraged, don't want to do it. She talking to me about trademark stuff today, and I'm like, oh yeah, we need to do that too. And then she started talking about how much it costs and this and that, and I'm like, girl, I know. And now I see when my wife did all that research, and we scheduling it in what we're trying to do. But she got a credit, like I told her, I said, just do it. Just do it.
She got a what?
She got a cricket this weekend.
Oh, okay, because I was like, you definitely didn't have that in the sentence.
She got a cricket this weekend. She got shirts. She made a shirt for herself. Yesterday, she made one for her daughter who was 13 years old. But like I told her, just do it. Just pursue your dreams.
I think that's what I'm looking forward to most about moving into our own space. Is just being able to get back in my creative element and create things. Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to that for sure because I definitely miss making random shirts and whatnot.
Yeah, and
I really want to start doing blinged like tumbler cups and stuff like that, and amongst other things that I want to do. But
right with no glitter,
mind your business. How about that? You ain't gonna be saying no glitter when you get one sparkle.
I sure will.
So hush.
Big old cup for work. I can't wait till we get my coffee cups out of storage. But pursuing our dreams. So one of the things I know for me during this whole nomadic journey has been, I'm 40. How the heck am I homeless? I'm 40. How did I get to this point in life? I'm 40. All these comparisons about what's supposed to happen at 40. You're supposed to have a house. I'm supposed to have a boat. And then realizing I have never, in any of the 22 years that I have been an adult, taking time to really just sit down and pursue my dreams. If it meant that, we was rubbing $2 together to eat, that's all we did last year. We have a baseline. Like, we didn't know exactly what we were doing. I tell people all the time, we have apparel, we have food. We're looking at this MTS network. We're looking at growing our influence and brand. We're looking at, growing our project management, event project management segment, the graphic design, the creativity part. It's not just, making cups and tumblers or whatever. It's growing into a visual illustration or artistic graphics type of thing. So I'm really grateful that we took last year to do that, like to really change the trajectory of where we are and what we want. But I don't know anyone in my family that pretty much took a year and basically backpacked. We didn't backpack across Europe. We didn't get out and, go do mission fields, but we did whatever we could within legal boundaries to make a dollar and to make things and to
Nisha said a boat. Girl, yes, a boat.
Girl, yeah. We would be out there on the boat together.
Every time she said a boat, I just be looking like, okay.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, 40, I wanted a boat. I still want a boat. Let me not clarify, but I wanted one by the time I was 40. Getting a damn boat. But really being able to just say, you know what, this is what we're going to do, and let's do it. No matter what.
I think it's interesting though that like when it comes to dreams, if it's not like, oh, I want to be a doctor, oh, I want to be a lawyer, oh, I want to do this, this, and this, that people have seen other people do, it's like it's hard for people to get behind. But I don't think what people realize is my dream is for me. So what I've envisioned for myself and what I envision happiness and success to be may not be the same for you.
Yeah.
But guess what? At the end of the day, it might benefit you in some way. And just like your dream may benefit me in some way. So just to be encouraging to one another and to support one another, even if that means I'm sharing a flyer, or I'm just reposting a post, or I'm referring someone to you, or I'm, whatever I can do to show support. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm spending money with you because I may not have it, but guess what? I'm bringing you leads that may bring you money because their people will come. You know what I mean? So I think it's interesting how, like, I know for me, one of the things that's been the hardest for me in this whole year of journeying that we've been doing is we have a side over here on this side that's super supportive and telling you to keep going and do what you have to do to pursue your dreams.
Give up, sis.
And then there's a side over here where they're like, you just need to get a 9-to-5 job and just work and do, and just live. Like, and sometimes if people don't understand what your dream is, a lot of times they're like, oh, you just need to get a job. Or
you ain't got no job yet.
Like, that's the easiest way to go. But guess what? If we go through another pandemic and you just might lose your job, like,
we know how to bounce back.
What are you creating for yourself? What are you creating for your children? What are you creating for your family? What legacy are you leaving? What are you building that means something? Is your name going to carry on when you leave, or are you going to be working at this 9-to-5 job that when you gone they just gonna replace you? Like, there's more to it outside of dollars. Like, yes, you need money to survive and to live and to maintain, but it's so much more than that. The fulfillment, the happiness, and everything you get out of pursuing things that genuinely make you happy, doing something with purpose, it makes a huge difference. And so I think we ran into a lot of people where they were for it in the beginning, and then when you see that it's not always pretty, it doesn't always go the way you want it to go, things aren't always easy, they like, oh no, like quick. They're like, nah, like that's not what you need to be doing. You just need to get a job. And who wants to just have a job for the rest of their life?
Them.
What if I want to pack up and go backpack in Europe just because I can? Like, I ain't got to ask you if it's okay for me to go. Guess what? I'll be back.
Yeah. And honestly, our relationship has strengthened. I didn't get to tell my wife this morning, but someone, and she knows who I talk to periodically throughout today, asked me, I mentioned to you that we were moving. Excuse me. I'm sorry. This Coke just keep doing me like that, but I don't know. It's the taco, I think. But he asked, I was telling him, we're moving and we're hopeful that things will be okay. And he asked, if it was going to be everybody or if it was just going, like, who was all going. And I said, Well, it's gonna be the person I'm married to. What you mean is it gonna be everybody? Who else is it gonna be? It's gonna be me and my wife that's moving. What do you mean? Like I just thought it was hilarious to think that just because you're in a predicament or a situation and people are unwilling to be uncomfortable, this is the most uncomfortable we have been in our relationship. We sleep in a twin size bed. You see how big we are? We both sleep in a twin size bed. I'm saying big as in adults big, not chunky. We are adults. We are not two little 8-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 10-year-olds sleeping in a twin size bed. This is who we are. This is where we are. But our love has stayed strong. I did not realize it would.
What did you think it was going to do?
I did not know. I didn't even know what we were going to do. So how can I say that?
Alicia said fluffy.
Girl!
Right, girl. Fluffy, baby. Saying right, I am not big. I'm fluffy.
I'm talking about big as an adult.
I ain't even big as an adult. I'm 4'11", so that's still the poor choice of words.
My mama was looking at your picture today. She's like, well, she said she wasn't fat. Mama, she was 13, and every 13-year-old thinks they're fat. Even when they're not. Like,
it definitely was not 13 in that picture.
Yeah, it was 2011.
We will. Okay.
What?
You know what year I graduated in?
What year did you graduate?
2013. I was not 11 years old.
She was 16, 15, something.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, I can't.
It's okay, your math is off today.
Woo, it is off. That lets you know they done took out my brain power from this.
Because if I was 11 in that, how
old
would I be right now?
Like 2. I don't know how would you be?
Anyway.
No, 13. I said you were 13.
Oh, so 13.
So you'd be 25. Oh. You didn't even be in legal age when I met you.
Right. No, so that's what, yeah.
No. But I'm grateful that our friendship, our love for each other has been unwavering. Throughout this process, I actually cut a lot of people off. One person got their feelings, another person's like, all right, well, you had shit going on, whatever. But I just had to hone in on my relationship with my wife and make sure that while pursuing dreams, while trying to figure out, what makes us sustainable with a job, without a job, a 9-to-5, because definitely got off the side hustle. And then I call my day job my side hustle because this is the full-time job. This is the all the time. This is the when I go on break or I'm headed to work, I'm working on, MTS Network or Solitaire Creative Designs or Cosmic Snacks or Candace Subletts influencing or some candidate, whatever. Majority of my time goes to all those things. And then I go to work 40 hours a week to the side hustle. But understanding within that, my relationship is still as important. My friendship with my wife is still as important. I have to be more, more focused on giving her a kiss when I come home. Like the first paycheck, every day the next week I brought her 2 Dr. Peppers home because I knew she would.
And then she made it to Thursday and was like, I'm going to make you fat.
Right, like, wait a minute. Like, that was not the intent. But I know she likes Dr. Pepper. And I was like, well, she can't get out during the day. So let me make sure, at least she got. But that was really one of the things that when it was getting real thick and real quiet and we wasn't making TikToks or whatever, believe me, she needed Dr. Pepper to wake up to and didn't have none.
I needed that today because my throat was dry.
See, woke up to water.
I know it. I sure shook the Coke box like, why, Lord?
This was in the car.
You know what, Jack? Don't do that.
And what I was saying, this was in the car. I forgot it the other day. This morning, I was so mad too. But understanding, I like the whole week, I made sure she had 2 Dr. Peppers and some whatever snack. That's the big deal. But I'm glad that I have someone to pursue my dreams with. I've never had anyone that got out here and took chances with me. This is the first time in my life I've ever really stepped out and jumped out on faith. Look at what last year got us. Look at what we're about to, walk into. I mean, from, Rare Breed Motorcycle Club here locally in Dallas, Midway Run, to Black Wall Street. I'll be speaking at the Black Wall Street Motorcycle Rally, and then being able to be a part of the DFW Urban League's Young Professionals Black Wall Street, meeting, and then culminating into, some stuff we have Juneteenth, and then National Bikers Roundup, some stuff we have in July. It just keeps getting bigger in our minds. It keeps getting bigger. And thank you to everyone. And I say this all the time, but I'm going to continue to say thank you to those that support us and don't care if we have a 9 to 5. Actually, it's crazy. One of the guys that he didn't know, excuse me, and he still probably doesn't know. I'm so sorry, y'all. But one day he was like, "Man, Taboo, look like you homeless." And he wasn't being mean. He was joking. He doesn't know what's going on. But that day I was looking very homeless. We had worked 2 or 3 events that whole weekend, like from Thursday through Sunday. It's Sunday. I'm wore out. I'm beat up. We just got out for 2 a.m. in the morning from shutting down, going, leaving stuff in the car, going back to an event at Kings of the South. And he was like, but people don't know your situation. And even if I would have said, yes, I am homeless, it was no one's responsibility to make sure we got what we got and to take care of things.
Right.
It's our responsibility. And it's always going to be our responsibility. And for those that are who we consider family, like the Reverend, she's family. There's nothing forever
She's
now.
Stuck.
Yeah, with us.
Forever.
And I text her, and my thoughts and prayers go out to her because she's in the middle of pursuing her dreams. And her brother passed away about a week and a half or so ago. Actually, we were together when it happened. We just didn't know it until the next day. So understanding, those who are there for you, my family. I kept them out of it for as long as I could. My mama just couldn't help it. She done got my sister. Well, it took my sister to break it open for us. But she done pushed my sister into, finding out what was going on. And then now my daddy's in it. He trying to leave his car here for like a month to make sure we can get moved and we ain't got to rent a truck and, just different things. But I appreciate those people that still, my mom was calling us, when are we going to another event? My daddy,
not that she's about to have surgery or anything.
Yeah, because she's having surgery Friday on her ankle, but she's going to have a boot on, so she's going to be out of the mid-range one with the boot. So make sure y'all sign the boot, because she believes in our dreams. You can't sign the boot. But she believes in our dreams. My father believes in our dreams, and I appreciate that, so it's like I said, Reverend, is stuck with us. We are stuck with her. She can drop them cheering off and they're going to get it, not ignore them. They're going to do their kid thing because that's what kids do. And I'm going to go over here. And as long as they're safe and if she needs to do something or whatever, we'll always have that respect. But I'm so proud of her for pursuing her dreams and running for, different offices and looking at different organizations and, even through whatever life struggles she's gone through. So I'm really grateful to be around different people pursuing dreams. It's actually crazy. My sponsor sent us a video in the group chat earlier, and it was like the hoodest. And he sends us the hoodest things because he's just Southern Texas, just hood. But it was a Bentley, it was orange, and it was just some encouraging words on the Instagram reel over it. And it just talked about being around people that are at the same level, if not more, not really growing, then your conversation won't change. So you have to put yourself around people that challenge you. This job, this side hustle I have, it challenges every part of me. Like I am more out every day. But if I continue to stay in positions or around different people that are not challenging me, this committee I'm on is challenging me, the Economic Empowerment Committee. A couple other committees, we can step it up a notch, but I'm being challenged. The conversation is different. We're talking about $10,000 sponsors. I have a nonprofit. I'm trying to get my board to raise $300 a year. So to talk to someone who's talking about $10K a year and they're pursuing, they're going out there and they're getting this money and they're going out there, they're talking to people. I'm really hopeful and that we can continue to encourage other people to pursue their dreams and vicariously through us. So I'm really proud of my wife. That was one of the things that I just did not play with when it came to our relationship. You can follow up behind me. You can do all those things and your feelings are going to be hurt. That's just what it's going to be. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful because I didn't want you to be interested in that. But she's choosing this MTS network. She's choosing, there's a couple times she started running away, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, I just was exploring different things.
Yeah, but it was always just tied to what you already doing, tied to what you like. Grow, build some building blocks on top of it. So instead of it being just a painting with a different paint, a canvas with just different splotches of paint, she's starting to paint her picture. And even if the picture looks this way this year, and 2 years from now it looks a different way, I'm very proud of you for pursuing your dreams. She's video editing, all these different things that I knew she could do. She just never took the time to do it. She likes drawing, so putting out the pictures. Yo, TikTok, or what did you put it on Instagram? The picture you drew of the Braxton sisters.
TikTok.
And then didn't they like it?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they share
it? Like 20,000 views on it.
See, exactly. Like we really hit it in the last week and a half, probably. But see, we doing good. Good job. But that's where it comes to. And just think, last year and the year before, we was getting 200
or two.
So to be 35,000, 10,000, 20,000, and it's hit or miss, but that's pursue your dreams. We know we're nano influencers. We know we are going to be big as fuck. And I will say that again, and I hope it puts it in the subtitles. Big as fuck. Because we believe in it, but it's growing other people's brands. Shoot, I might go get some of Chef's stuff and throw it out there again because people pass away all the time and people want to be remembered.
I definitely have plugged in recently.
Okay.
Before we bring on our guests for tonight, I just want to say that the MTS network is here to help people pursue their dreams.
Yes.
And sometimes that literally just means you need to put yourself out there in front of people.
Just go.
So utilizing this platform to have a voice and say, hey, this is my dream. This is what I'm working for. This is my business. This is what I've done. This is what I sell. Mm-hmm. This is what I do. This is what I've been through. This is what I hope for. That's what we're here for. Being able to share this space with women all over the world, it's more fulfilling than anything I've ever done in my entire life. I have made so many different connections with people. I have made lasting bonds. I've made new friends, mentors, sisters. I consider this a sisterhood. It's really what I consider. Yes. Everybody is family to me. Like even in the future, when it comes to a point where we have subscriptions to our platform for other people who have content, you're going to be family. Like you're subscribing for family. You're not going to be a subscriber like that, a user. Like that's boring. Like you're going to be family because that's how important it is. Mm-hmm. So I just want to say that is the whole reason that we are doing what we do. We've taken a lot of L's and we've learned a lot of things, and sharing that with people is awesome. So
not always easy.
No.
Especially when you're in the L.
Yeah. But being able to be transparent in that and learning from it is awesome. So we're gonna stop ranting because my wife definitely talks a lot more than I do. We're gonna bring Brittney on and let her have a chance to speak. So let's see if I can get this to work because this laptop here is it's a little, hold on. Let me see. Little fingers.
That's good because I mess up my text messages all the time. Hey, sister.
Hey,
how are you doing?
We're doing. I'm hungry, actually, if that counts as
we just
feeling.
ate.
So, please introduce yourself and just what you do, who you are.
Okay, so my name is Brittney J. I started my hair care line back in 2020. At first, I started just doing like little DIY projects to see what would work with my hair, because the products that I bought in the store, they would dry my hair out, and it was getting really thin, and I would get little bald spots. So, and then when I realized that, I'm like, hey, this stuff is working for me so well. My hair has gotten so thick and so long, and I'm retaining all my length that I need to share it with the world. And I started out with about 5 products, and now I have 26 products, all handmade hair care and skincare. I have beard care products as well, and I have 2 ebooks. I'm working on a whole bunch of other skincare products at this moment, and Do you want me to talk about the giveaway yet?
Yes,
Or
go
wait?
ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, so I decided I'm gonna give away 2 things.
Excuse me.
One is hair care and one is skin care. So the first one, it'll be glowing facial serum. It is 2-ounce amber glass dropper bottle. It has grapeseed oil, vitamin E oil, and hyaluronic acid. Great for skin rejuvenation
I think I
and
have
all day
that one.
moisture.
You
I
And it
think
all
you do
spilled
have
out,
this
and my
one.
feelings were.
I think you do.
It all spilled out.
You say what?
It all spilled out. I'm gonna have to get some more because my
I'll
feelings
have to
were
get
hurt.
you another one. OMG. But I love using it. I only have to use it about twice a week. It keeps my face moisturized, so I don't have to wash it every single day. And then the other one is this hair growth oil. I use it daily. It soothes the scalp. I infused it with lavender and calendula flowers. The calendula flowers have all types of vitamins and minerals and antioxidants that your scalp needs. Like if you have psoriasis of the scalp, eczema, irritated scalp, dry scalp, anything like that, this is perfect for you. And then each one will come with a little mini rose gold lip gloss.
Okay. Y'all got some days.
Yeah, so I decided to
So
do
y'all
2
better
things.
join
I
the
was
group or
I was
I
I
will be
was I
getting
was
them.
feeling good. I was like, let me do 2 giveaways instead of just one.
Well, we
That's awesome.
appreciate that very much. And it is so lovely to know what you look like. Because right up here, like the little.
Ooh, y'all are breaking up.
Like,
Can you
why
say it
is you
again?
dropping that in there? I was using here, right up in here.
It's
like,
still breaking up. I'm
It's
sorry.
the
Are we back?
hear us.
Okay,
Maybe I
hold
can
on. Let me.
join the. My bad. I don't really know what happened
How
Okay,
here.
there we
do
go.
we
It's
start?
okay.
I don't know. It's tripping.
Yeah. So, but no, I was gonna say right up in here, your serum, your hair serum, the one that you gave her to sample, definitely I loved it. I used to just I put it
Yay!
in her hair too.
Yeah, I'm
So
glad
thank
you
you so
liked
much
it.
Sounds
for
like
that.
I'll be getting some more products. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yes,
I actually
ma'am.
like
My
that. I
website
like
is
your
up.
pack.
WeGrowandWeGlow.com. It's finally
Okay.
up and ready.
I saw actually as I was getting information for the show, I
Mm-hmm.
saw that your website was up. So I'm like, that's freaking awesome. I'm so proud that you finally got it up.
I know it
Okay.
took me forever.
It's okay. Hey, it's a process. You
Yes,
pursuing your dreams.
ma'am.
It's a process. So you said you started in 2020, and you wanted to do something for your hair, and it ended up being something that was dope. So you thought you wanted to share it with the world. But what was your dream as a child? What was your dream as a young adult?
As a as a child, I actually wanted to be a writer and a choreographer, which has nothing to do with what I'm doing now. But I don't know why. I liked writing in high school, and I was in color guard and winter guard in high school, and those were just 2 of my favorite things to do. I just knew that I was going to be writing and dancing my life away by now, but that is not the case, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So do you hope to have like what is your goal with your business? Do you hope to have like a store or just to have your products in store?
I want to have my own big beauty supply outlet store. I don't. I want to have my
Okay.
products. I want to have other people who have clothes, their hair products, their skincare products. If they're selling shoes, I want to sell their shoes. If they want to sell toys, I want to sell their toys. Whatever you want to sell, I want it at my store.
Okay. Okay.
Like a little
That's
bit of
awesome.
everything.
Yeah, okay. I kind of want to do something similar. I'm hoping to open a creative studio with the MTS network, and I really want to have a space where other small business owners can sell their products. So I definitely want to be. I'll be hitting you up.
Yes,
Of
yes.
course. I'm always here, girl. I got you.
Other creatives,
Mm-hmm.
other people who are, just artistically inclined. So I'm excited to see what she's coming up with, because all I want to do is
I have it designed in my mind. I know how I want it to be decorated. I know how I want the room to be laid out. Like I got it all planned.
Yeah,
it's just the execution.
Host my event.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm working on it.
I want to be able to host, plan my events there, and cook my food. If I can do that there, then hey, whatever.
There will definitely be food and alcohol for those who need a drink from time to time.
And so how is the road or the path that you've taken, how has it been for you?
It's been at first it was a little bumpy. My fiance, he's actually the one who got me like to start my actual business, because I used to work 2 jobs. I worked at Walmart and I worked at UT Southwestern, and then I quit Walmart, and he's been wanting me to quit Walmart, but after I quit Walmart, I didn't really know what else to do. I never really just had one job. I've always had at least 2 where I was doing something else. And he said, well, babe, like, what is it that you just love doing? Like, no matter what, that's just something that you'll always go back to doing. And I said, it's hair products. It's hair. And ever since then, it just took off. I didn't expect it to take off the way it did, but I'm glad it did, and I'm loving this journey. I love it. It's great.
Yeah. So do you?
I would never go back to
make
2
all
jobs
of your
ever
products
again.
by hand? I feel that. I feel that.
It's too much.
Do you make all of your products by hand?
Yes, ma'am. I do all the whipping, the stirring. I let it sit for 2-3 days. Some products I have to let it sit for a month or 2 before I put it out. So I do all that.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Okay, I love
it's
that.
My
so
therapy.
We got a Madam CJ Walker.
And I watched that show on Netflix. I watched it a few times, actually.
Okay. Well, believe me, I'm definitely honored to be able to speak with you and to actually finally meet you. Like I said, I love the packaging. I love that it's gold. I love the silkiness of it. I love the amber dropper. I thought that was dope too. I love that even the serum, the oil that we were using, that was clear, but I just love the aesthetic of how your products are. So we're not going to find that in the store.
Thank you so much.
Yes, like it's definitely defining. Now, have you linked up with other organizations that support small businesses?
Not yet. I've been looking into it, but I haven't really found anybody yet.
Okay. Well, like I was telling Shantanae last week, or Blue Icy, that I've just joined the DFW Urban League, Young Professionals, and trying to find a organization, and I did not realize that they had an economic empowerment, which is actually about entrepreneurship. So, and I'm not trying to get everybody to sign up for the Urban League, and I'm not trying to get everybody to become a part of the Economic Empowerment Committee. Did you lose us?
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Your sound, I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
You can't hear me?
It went silent.
Can you hear us now?
I'm gonna leave and should I leave and come back? Yeah. Okay.
So let's see.
Hold on. Let me try something.
Well, while she's coming back, I think that having people that organizations, small businesses should be able to have that level of support that you can't really pay for the Chamber of Commerce yet because you're trying to figure out what you're doing. You can't really pay for, what is the other one that I was telling you about? Oh, I can see it. The one of DeSoto. It's there's a. It's gonna drive me nuts.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now?
Yes. There we go.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
There we go. Sorry about
Okay,
that.
but no, I was just saying that it's important to line up with other organizations so that way you can start get that business networking going. I'm not telling everybody to sign up for these organizations by right of me, but my hands are puffy. But I really wanted to encourage.
Probably was the Taco Bell.
It probably was the Taco Bell
that you didn't bring me any of. So
I'm so sorry. But I can't think of what it's called. But I think these organizations are powerful. I believe that the Chamber of Commerce, most small businesses can't afford them yet. But at some point we will be able to. So being a part of organizations that really empower you to grow your entrepreneurship, I think is a big deal. So I actually, if you're open to it, I'll have my wife send you that information. And I'll send to Shantanae, just because I know that they're really wanting to grow smaller businesses, especially African American businesses, and particularly for this organization, young professionals. So anyone 40 and under, they're really encouraging that. So
yes, ma'am. I was really excited when Aqua had reached out. I was like, OMG, this is gonna help me really get out of my comfort zone, because I don't I'm not big on the whole being on camera, especially if it's live. So this is my first time ever doing something like this.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Rotary Club. That's what it was. Remember I kept saying, I was like, it was the Rotary Club. That was the other business organization. So being a part of those, and even like I told her, I said, we can't really maybe not afford $500 a year or $1,000 a year, but we can go in as a small level member and show ourselves worthy, show that we're working our businesses, show that we're a part of the organization and volunteering and being actively engaged. And that's really what helps bring you customers. It's another level of networking.
It's funny because actually I had a conversation today with a guy about an OTT platform. And so that's what that's what the call was supposed to be about. But we actually were talking about how this day and age, how streaming and being live has become this big thing because people are really looking to connect with people.
Yes.
And so the more authentic you are and just being real and honest, people connect with that more than these big brands who make these fancy commercials and these scripted TV shows and things like that, because it's not real. It's not relatable. And so I was telling him what I'm trying to do with MTS Network in the direction that I'm trying to go. And he was really saying how it's awesome that that's what we're trying to do. And he really can see how it's going to end up being a big thing, because it's really all about being relatable and being able to connect to people on a personal level, So I definitely say for especially with your hair care products and your skincare products, definitely put yourself out there, because 1, you're beautiful, so we need to see you.
Yes.
2, your hair is beautiful and we need to see you. But all the pictures in the world, won't do justice. You use
people want to see and hear your face and stuff.
Yeah. So just continue to put yourself out there and continue to create content that really is authentic and true to your brand. And I promise you're gonna be big.
Yes, ma'am. And I can't wait to see it. Everybody that we interact with, and it can seem like I said, we last year, year before, 200 views, and now figuring out, social media, that's one of the 17 things we do. But understanding that as we align with more people, you're new and you're comfortable, you're trying to get comfortable with it. My friend, she came on talking about her book, and she wasn't comfortable with going live 2 years ago.
I'm still not comfortable with going live. I can go live together if it's us, if it's our show, but I still have an issue with going live on my own. Today, doing a live by myself on Instagram, that was my heart was but putting myself out there to show my personality and show how, my truth and things like that. I still struggle with it. It's just hard to get in front of a camera and just
it is.
interacting and there's no one there.
Mm-hmm. You don't really know what to say, how to say it, and then your body language, and then you don't know how your face is doing, and all kinds of stuff factors into it.
So on one hand, I totally can see why things are scripted. I don't really like scripts because I like to have my own personality and say what I want to, but it's complicated. It's complicated, so I'm working on finding a balance.
Well, where can people find out more about your products besides online on the website?
Say that one more time.
Where can people find out about your products besides your website?
Besides my website, I also have an Etsy shop. You can go to Etsy.com and type in The Growing Hands with no spaces, and you'll see the little purple fro, and that is me. And you can also, so that's how you know it's me. It's the big purple fro and with the little gold earrings. So that's me. And you can also look at my products on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram, we Grow and We Glow, and Facebook, We Grow and We Glow LLC.
Okay.
I know that you have like this little like map thing where you're keeping track of like where you send your products to. How is that going for you?
I've sent my products to 12 states, and then I've also sent outside of the country to the United Kingdom once.
Hey,
so we're international, girl.
International. Look at you. You global, girl. You global.
Yes, ma'am. I was so excited about that UK order. It was so exciting.
I would have cried. I'm not even gonna lie. I probably would have cried.
I cried a little bit. I was like, OMG, really? Y'all are looking at me over there? That's so cool.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh.
Well, thank you so much for joining our show. And
yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Yes.
I would love to be on any other time.
Hey, we will definitely be circling back around to see how you blow up, because you are going to blow
Definitely going to.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate this.
Thank you. You have a good evening, my dear.
You too. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Now to figure out how to do this, because Yeah.
Well, I actually have an announcement.
Oh, you do?
Yes. Because we're talking about pursuing dreams. And one of our sisters, our club sisters, actually just opened up an EMT school. And she sent me a text message, and a message, and I'll show you what it says. So, it is career training available today. EMT, emergency medical technicians, CPR, and first aid course available. Call today for specials. The phone number is 469-232-1600. It is called Priority Emergency Training, and you can go to PriorityEmergencyTraining.com. But be sure to sign up. Classes are starting this month, actually. So I'm very proud of Latasha Taylor. She went to school for her. She's an EMT. She has her physician assistance license. She has multiple businesses. She has a wheelchair business, transporting people that are in wheelchairs that are not actually ambulatory. She also is now opening up this EMT school. She has an embroidery company where she does embroidery, but as well they make cups and different things. She had showed us a cup, last week when we saw her. So she sent me a message, and I just wanted to be able to personally shout out my sister Latasha Taylor because, again, PriorityEmergencyTraining.com. So be sure to go ahead and hit her up. If you want to get signed up for EMT school, you just never know what it'll do, how to do, for your life. It may change the trajectory of your career. You may have always wanted to be an EMT and you just never did it. You don't know what it's like. Believe me, if you talk to her, I guarantee, she'll be able to, she deals with emergency situations all the time. Anytime you call her, oh Lord, I'm on the, what did she say? I'm on the truck. I'm in the bus right now. I can't talk. And it'll be another, 6-7 hours because this is what she's about. She loves helping people. She loves taking care of people. She's saved many lives. She's, a military veteran, so an Army veteran, excuse me. So this is something that's really near and dear to our heart, and I wanted to make sure that I made that's why I put on my messenger before I got here, because I wanted to make sure that I shouted her out because we're talking about pursuing dreams.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Latasha Taylor. I know you've been through some hard times, with parents passing and in-laws passing, but big ups to Priority Emergency Training. Very proud of you.
That's awesome.
Yes,
that's really awesome.
Next week's guests, I am so excited. They are Dim Rare Diamond Social Club. 3 of their members are going to come and talk to us, or we're going to actually be virtual. But Mocha Rain, T Baby, and Serenity. And Serenity. It's so crazy because they had reached out to me, and T Baby's very, social, and I love that about her. And she's very consistent in how she talks and deals with people. But they will be here next Wednesday, excuse me. We're excited about it. They've started their Facebook lives. They're doing different shows. They're interviewing. They were asking us, so how do you do a podcast? Just do it. Just get out there and do it, and you'll figure out what works for you. And for the 3 of them, they interviewed the Kings of the South. They went live. That was dope. Their time frame is not always the same. They're going to keep turning the camera on, and they're going to keep doing it, and I'm so excited about that. So I'm excited to see what they have going on next week. My wife is, because I'm...
Yes, yeah. I just want you to quit clapping your hands.
I'm sorry. I'm excited about next week's guests. But new project. So what you got?
Well, this week's episode of Me Too Sis was released actually this morning. I was a little behind. But guess what? Better late than never.
Yes, ma'am.
But this interview I had with Kay Renee, she actually is the owner of Wasted by Kay Renee. She makes waist beads and other body jewelry that are freaking beautiful. And so getting to interview with her, we talked about, oh my God, we talked about everything from motherhood to manifesting friendships to moving and just all kinds of different things. So if you get a chance to, definitely go to our YouTube channel and check out that interview. I definitely think it's worth it. She was very honest in her answers, and I really appreciate that. Also, I'm looking for more women to interview for this project. So if you're interested in being interviewed for Me Too Sis, definitely inbox me. I would love to get you on the schedule. It's very easy. It's a very relaxed. It's not like a whole formal interview kind of thing where it's just basically 2 sisters having conversation is really what it is. So if you would like to get interviewed, let me know.
Yes, I'm excited about it. And it's so funny, I always see them the next day. Always.
You know what day they're supposed to come out.
I do. And it's like I always see them. That's like the second thing when I get to work that pops up in my notifications. So now I got to go to YouTube and listen to it before I listen to my NPR. So I'm excited to actually, and I've spoken with Kay Renee before.
I mentioned that in the interview.
Oh, okay. So I'm excited to actually, I know she want the waist beads, those things, like certain types of jewelry really get me, and the waist beads, that's something I think is very sensual and sexy, and I'm glad that a lot more women are less tied to the weight part of it, and maybe not so much the vanity or the aesthetic of it, but really owning who they are. And hey, if I got a middle, so what?
I definitely feel very feminine wearing waist beads. It's kind of like my constant reminder that, hey, you're beautiful, you're a woman, own your femininity. So wearing them definitely symbolizes that for me. It ain't got squat to do with weight, because guess what? I'm going to eat, but I'm going to be beautiful while I do.
That part. I love it. So, yeah.
So right. What do you have coming up? Because we've only been talking about it for weeks and weeks.
For the record. So let's talk about For the Record. I have a podcast that starts next Thursday at 9 p.m. So while you put your children to bed, while you're laying in the bed or laying on the couch, trying to just pull yourself together, come on and talk politics with us. Give us your honest truths and opinions. We will try not to curse, or we will try to be very politically correct in respect to Pastor Logic and everyone else involved, but we will be who we are. It is myself, Pastor Logic, and Dollar Bill. We're excited about it. Dollar Bill already sent some activism stuff. And we're going to talk about that actually next week as a part of our What Has Happened Since 2020. It is every Thursday night at 7 p.m. 9 p.m. On YouTube. So we will not be on Facebook. We will not be on Instagram. We will be on YouTube on Meet the Subletts Network.
The MTS Network. I got you.
Thank you. The MTS Network. So again, be sure to go to like, follow, share, comment. We're excited about this show. We've been getting our little things together. I know one of the next topic, I think, is going to be decriminalization of cannabis.
That there's actually a topic in between there.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the week of 420, because that's the fitting time to talk about it.
Oh yeah,
but
that is the fitting time.
Oh no! Look at your producer doing something.
Like, man, okay, come on, time to schedule together, put some things together. But yeah, he said he's really gonna learn about that, so I gotta do some research. I've already been doing some research, but really gotta do more research on that. But like I said, what happened since 2020? What happened since the George Floyd Black Lives Matter movement protests? What happened? And I'm not going to really expound up on it too much. What happened in the motorcycle community? What happened in the African American community? What happened in the world overall? There were lots more people who deal with, even TikTok, even since 2020, you see the interracial couples. I never knew so many black girls dated white men. I never knew so many black girls dated Arab men. I never knew so many black girls dated Indian men. I never knew you know that African American men, they date whomever, but to see these white men and these Arab men and these Asian men look at us in a way as if we are whole and we are deserved to be loved. To me, I'm not saying that, the protests, the Black Lives Matter protests did that, but it definitely opened the door up to showing, this is what's going on in our communities. So we really want to talk about, open up what happened since 2020, since the Black Lives Matter movement. Everybody's all upset. Oh, one girl and went and bought a mansion and misappropriated funds and all that. Who gives a fuck about that? What happened to us as a community? What is continuing to happen? What is not happening? We really want to talk about those things and really expound upon them. So I'm excited. Along with For the Record, I am, again, a campaign manager for someone who is running for Dallas City Council. I will as well be putting out different TikToks about voting. Be sure to register to vote. Be sure to change your address. Let me put my hands together. Be sure to change your address before April 25th, 2021. In Texas, there are runoffs. I know there's runoffs for not House District 100. Oh yeah, House District 100, but as well for U.S. Congress. Texas 30.
You know what
District
it is
30.
When you clap your hands together? When you go to the eye doctor, you got to put your forehead on that machine, and it blows that little puff of smoke in your eyes. The wind keeps hitting my eyeball over here, and I'm like, what?
Oh, I'm giving you a glaucoma.
Yeah, sorry. Jesus Christ. My eyelashes is going like this.
You're so silly. But there are lots of runoffs coming up in May, so I'll be putting out lots of TikToks about that. And then again, I'm going to be doing some voter education. So I'm excited about what's to come over the next, couple of years when it comes to the elections here in November. So, and I actually, who I called today? I called Representative Gonzalez's office, and I know she's like, who is that? About the motorcycle legislation that is still in committee.
You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I signed the petition to keep the lady from being executed, the one that they said killed her 2-year-old. I did.
And that's this month. She'll be the first Hispanic woman.
I shared it on our Twitter. So if you follow us on Twitter, the MTS Network, I definitely made a tweet about it to Governor Hot Wheels. So...
Okay, and it's a Hispanic woman that's running for Attorney General. It's Rochelle Garza, and she's pregnant right now. So it's really, and she's in the May runoff. So please, please, please get out and go vote, register, get educated. I'll be doing some voter education sample battling. I believe that I'm supposed to be doing a voter education event on the 8th. So with one of my committees.
That's exciting.
Yes, I'm actually excited. That's why I put out my voter registration bag.
So you will get all those little tidbits and spills on the For the Record show that will be on YouTube.
Yes. Anything that's going to pretty much come out of the MTS network will be putting out For the Record voter education information as well. Yes. So, what else do we have? Weekly giveaway next week?
We are. For those who just tuned in,
yes.
If you would like to be entered to win hair care and maybe skincare products, there will be 2 winners. So yes, or you must join the MTS Network group on Facebook to be entered for the giveaway. But other than that, that brings us to the end of the show. So
okay, and who are we talking to next week? We don't know yet.
We're talking to Denver Diamonds next week.
Oh, next week. Yes, oh my goodness, y'all! And I'm so excited about. I'm so tired, y'all. Like I stayed up late. Like this main hustle got me.
Yeah. So we ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer because guess what? I'm going to the store to get stuff for chili dogs because
I'm excited.
I have eaten 0 today. So
what?
Let's just say see y'all next week.
Yes. Follow us on join our Facebook group. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. On all of our networks, and Twitter. Also.
Yes,
TikTok
and Twitter because I'm really trying to get into tweeting.
TikTok.
You know, before I end this, let me just say this: trying to run all of these social media platforms is a lot of work. So if you see any tweets, that's me. If you see any Instagram posts, that's also me. If you see any Facebook posts, that's also me while my wife is shimmying into jeans in the morning. So if you're wondering why some things get behind on schedule, like for instance, dropping the Me Too Sis projects on Tuesdays, crisp in the morning, it's because I'm behind because I'm doing 17 other things. So thank y'all for bearing with me. Thank you for engaging in my content that I am posting because I am trying.
Yes, she is doing a good job.
But I'm gonna need an assistant soon because doing it by myself has definitely proved that it is a task. I have not gotten to the point where I can schedule it all out yet. I'm trying to get there. So pray for me, okay? Yes. And see y'all next week.
Good night, folks.
I hope I pressed it.